Dangerously high water on the Brazos River has swallowed up vast sections of the Waco Riverwalk. Thanks for joining us at 10. I'm Lindsay Lippman.
And I'm Joe Gum. Some people can't seem to resist getting too close to look during a flood that keeps Waco fire rescue crews busy, as Dennis Turner shows us.
One of Waco's most well-known attractions draws visitors for another reason these days. The suspension bridge that crosses the Brazos River provides the best view of the Brazos in all its swollen glory. Conditions like this keep the Waco Fire Department rescue teams busy.
My job is to basically be his eyes. I let him know if we have another vessel coming, if we have debris, or if we have a person in the water.
Captain Sean Cabot takes us to some of the biggest Brazos trouble spots.
Right now we're going to go up around the bend where the Bosque and the Brazos come together. The current's pretty strong right there, and I'm going to show you where all the debris catches on the upstream side.
He says people who try to swim in the flooded river or fall out of a boat could easily end up pinned to debris and unable to free themselves.
And depending on how strong the current is, if somebody's floating down, they get pinned up against there, they can go underneath and they can actually hold them under, and they can't get out because there's so much debris.
Cabot says that also played a part in the department's most infamous rescue to date. The Waco Fire Department had a bit of an unusual rescue this afternoon. 4 people found themselves in the middle of the Brazos on a giant deflating raft. Cabot believes the raft caught a snag, causing a puncture. And Cabot believes the Brazos has plenty of snags.
That inflatable that was in the water the other day, they're not paying attention and something like that, and they run across it and it punctures it, then they're in trouble.
And he points out you can't see many of these tree limbs and stumps.
What you can see right there is about 12 feet of log, and you can tell it goes down, so there's no telling how much of that tree is actually under the water.
He says until the high water goes down, he has just one piece of advice.
Honestly, just stay out of the water. So that would be my recommendation, is just to not even get in the water, just because there's so many different hazards.
Hazards that threaten lives amid fast-moving water for which he says we have very little defense. On the Brazos, Dennis Turner, Central Texas News Now.
Captain Cabot also says high water also causes contamination, so the very water itself poses a risk because it may have come in contact with any number of hazardous materials along its travels during times of flooding.